Scotchy, scotch. I love scotch. How now, brown cow? Ha! Ha! Hey, everybody, welcome to the Hoot Hobbs Show. With me, as always, Mr. B.T. Brendan Torres.
Hey.
And from my right-hand man to left, C. Wizzle.
I'm here.
Yeah. All right. So before we actually get into the show, we're going to touch really briefly on some terrible stuff that happened this past Friday night. There was a series of storms and everything that touched down in northeast Arkansas in the Jonesboro region, Monette, places like that. That particular storm brought devastation to parts of Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, and Kentucky, and that was a bad one, boys. And
And we barely missed it here because I remember we were at a Christmas party. My wife and I were at a Christmas party whenever we saw the storms brewing and we could see the lightning and feel the strong winds.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it was it got pretty windy at my house, and there was a lot of lightning, but I didn't even really get much rain or anything like that down at my place or anything. But yeah, man, that was kind of a bad deal just all the way around. It really was. I really don't have much I want to say on it just because there's nothing to say.
Respect to those that lost their lives.
Yeah, and condolences to their families. So we'll move off of that, and let's just get into doing what we do best, or at least what we feel like we do best, or what we're best
Our comfort zone.
Or people listening are like, "This is what you guys are best at." Jesus, please don't quit.
But we're gonna keep listening.
I wonder what else you think you're good at.
Yeah, because it's not this.
Yeah, somebody's been lying.
All right, so let's go into sports. See, Wayne.
Lincoln Riley still betrayed me.
Okay.
Plain and simple.
Okay.
Is
that going to be okay? Like, I just got to know. Every time we do sports from here on out, are we going to touch on the fact that Lincoln Riley betrayed you?
Until I'm over it, yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Until they get a new coach.
Yeah.
No, we got Bobby.
Stoopy ain't staying forever.
No,
Don't say Stoopy. That makes him sound dumb. It's not Stoopy. It's Bob Stoops.
Put some respect on his name.
It's the honorable.
You could say Mike Gundy Sr., if you will, because Mike Gundy's his little son.
Here we
Anyways,
go.
do you see the 2022 five-star corner? He's like the best corner in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Had Georgia, Auburn, and Florida State on his 3 hats that he was going to choose, And instead of committing to Florida State, he's been committed to Florida State, verbal and everything for a while. And the last second, he picks Jackson State with, what's that dude's name? The famous cornerback defensive end that coaches now. Deion Sanders.
Oh.
He coaches at Jackson State, which is a D2 or D3.
Which makes sense because Deion would have been part of the Florida State Seminoles.
Yeah.
But what I don't get is why he switched from a D1 Florida State with great exposure playing
Jackson
ACC.
State is a D1 school. It's like a
Smaller.
2A.
Is it?
Yeah.
But he's gonna be playing crap wide receivers. That's not gonna make him look good.
I kind of agree with you because there's prestige and it's a huge school.
Go to Florida State.
Don't get me wrong.
freaking
Prime
State.
time.
But your head coach is Deion Sanders, and you're getting a lot of one-on-one time with a legend.
Yeah, but you're also playing against high school wide receivers
Okay,
rather than
but think
NFL
about this.
talent.
But what do you think? I mean, do you think that Deion Sanders would try to prep this young man for the league?
NFL?
Yeah, but he's not seeing the skill that he needs to. Comparison, that's going from he's playing high school kids still basically.
If he went to Florida State, he wouldn't be seeing it either.
Clemson, NC State,
Jerry Rice
Florida.
came from Mississippi Valley State University.
Yeah, exactly.
Who?
Jerry Rice.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Jerry Rice? Oh, okay. I was just say, Jesus, dude.
Who did he play for?
The 49ers.
I don't care. That's why. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
California teams. Remember?
Yeah.
He got.
Yeah, he was a Raider. He was a 49er.
Yeah.
Was he a Charger?
He was a loser.
Seahawk briefly.
Loser.
Bronco briefly. One
Yeah.
of them he got cut from like the training team.
Sucks.
But long-time legendary Niner.
Yeah.
But
You can't say he sucks. You can say he should have retired, but you can't say he sucks.
he lived long enough to see himself become the villain.
Well, thanks for that.
I'm just
All
saying.
right.
It's like Tom Brady.
so-
You could either die a hero.
what's got you down in the dumps, man?
Who?
Why are you so dark?
Yeah, for real.
Just Tom Brady, man. I wish he was on the Patriots still. I love the Patriots.
Well, okay. I don't even. I don't
Mac
even know.
Jones is good, but it's not Tom Brady and Julian Edelman
Well, that is true.
And Gronk.
and Gronk.
And that 1 year with Randy, that was pretty wild. Watching him play catch with Tom Brady
Catch
and
Tom
Randy
Brady's
Moss.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I have
you're
nothing
not-
on
you're
this.
gonna-
Can we move? Let's just go. So, Razorback basketball is a thing still, and
They lost.
they did get beat to OU. And let me say that the
Badly.
team that played best that day won that day. Okay, Arkansas did not come out ready to play against OU. Let me tell you something. The Arkansas
Coach
basketball
got
team is a
thrown
better
out.
team. It really is.
Coach got thrown out.
And I know. Well, and here's the deal. I can't sit and say, oh, it's because it was unfair officiating. You don't lose games. Well, I mean, you can, but you don't lose by that margin.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Over officiating. I'm actually one of the people, because I have coached, even though not at the same level or anything like that. And,
I don't know. It's pretty intense sometimes.
well, with me it is.
Because they won't give you calls in third and fourth grade. I ref third and fourth grade right now. I ain't giving
You
a
ever
crap.
got a technical?
Yeah.
I give them out left or right like it's free candy.
Yeah, I would say I got a technical, and I've gotten a couple technicals.
Been ejected yet?
No,
Bunch
I've
of
never been
sideline
ejected because
warnings.
once I got a whole lot of sideline
Because he'd be
warnings.
like halfway on the court screaming. I just stand there.
Usually I
like,
was yelling at my kids, though, not the ref.
yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? You're in 6th grade. Figure it out.
And the ref being the numb brains they are thinking hey, they're insulting them.
Yeah, I'm like, not you. You're not in 6th grade, man. Anyway, but so as someone who understands at least to some extent of that, I was actually happy to see it, man. I was happy to see Muss lose his mind because, there were a few, especially in that little series, a few possessions, man. It was nasty. We're getting hacked and beat up and no calls, and finally he just lost it. And as soon as he got teed up, like he charged the ref. I was like, what are you going to do? You're 5'3". What are you going to do? But boy, then it zoomed in on him, man. And I was like, oh, man, never mind. I believe him. Like,
He was
believe
mad.
him. I was like, Muss is going to tear somebody up.
Have an
So,
aneurysm in the process.
anyway, we took our first loss.
It was a hard one on national television.
Yeah, it was a bad one. Like, and honestly,
They're better than that.
yeah, we're honestly
You've
watching
been to a
OU
game.
play. Yeah, and OU, even commentators saying this is the best we've seen OU play. Everything like that. OU didn't have a bad game at all, but that was OU playing good.
They're ready for
Arkansas
the SEC.
was a better team all the way around, but they did not come out to play.
I agree with C. Wayne over here. That also shows that Oklahoma's basketball program is definitely getting on the level to play in the SEC.
But that's the whole thing. I mean, even back in the days of Blake Griffin, OU's basketball program has never been scrub. You just don't ever hear about it because it's always overshadowed
Big
by
12.
their football. Yeah, exactly. And it's overshadowed by a football program
Yeah.
that is legendary, whether we
Yes.
like it or not.
And the conference where baseball
Doesn't matter.
besides TCU. Besides TCU,
Yeah.
it don't really exist.
Yeah,
so
so
the
but Big 12 baseball isn't a thing.
Oklahoma and Texas coming to SEC. Only exciting part is going to be football because they both are average at basketball and they both suck at baseball.
Yeah. I say, and both those teams are football contenders. And I think both of those teams can contend in the SEC. The other two teams, who are they again? I don't remember. There's 4 teams coming from the Big 12.
Is there? That was just 2.
It might just be 2. I might be crazy.
We already got Mizzou.
Well, I knew that.
And
but-
A&M.
yeah, I know that. We've had them for. I thought there was 4 teams. There's only 2 teams coming.
Yeah, but there's 4
Don't
altogether.
quote me. I have
from the
done
Big
little to
12.
no research on any
But
of
there's
this.
4 altogether if you count Mizzou and A&M
All
previously.
right. Fair.
But anyways, what I'm saying is Arkansas and Ole Miss and Mississippi State are going to slap the crap out of Texas and Oklahoma in all 3 sports because they're better than them in all 3 sports.
Yeah, I would say seeing how Arkansas's football program has made tremendous improvements, and I truly believe that they'll just continue. I'm still not. Next year's our year, boys. I'm still not that guy, but at the same time, I do feel like every year we're going to get closer and closer to the goals we're wanting to reach.
Well, here's the thing: is that OU and Texas, neither of them necessarily needed the SEC, but the thing
Right.
is, the SEC didn't need them either.
Right.
It's just
that
a bunch of money.
conference was strong on
Yeah.
its own without them ever
I mean,
coming.
It
in.
might
Seriously.
make it worse. It might make it weaker just
could
because
soften it.
they
He
don't
is
bring
right.
anything but football to Texas. Doesn't bring anything. OU brings football and
Television
publicity.
contract.
I say, but
OU brings
I think
publicity.
OU brings competition in basketball.
Yeah,
I don't think they bring any kind of real competition in baseball because the SEC is where baseball lives.
yeah, and every sport, honestly.
Well, yeah.
ICC dominates every sport.
Well, I mean, but that's because they're bigger schools. Recruiting works out really good
Yeah.
for bigger schools who are powerhouses. I mean, Arkansas hasn't been up until this year hasn't been relevant in football in several years, but they could still get recruits. Why? It's a good school. It's a big school, and it's an SEC
You play
school
against
that
Alabama.
you're gonna get noticed at.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's all I got to say about that.
I feel like the SEC, though, has 3 or 4 teams that are great in every sport and even academics, because you got Vanderbilt and Georgia. They're great academic schools.
Mm-hmm.
But football, Georgia, Alabama, we'll throw Arkansas in there this year. Ole Miss is great. They're really good. A&M's really good. Baseball.
Ole Miss was really a big surprise for me this
Me
year.
too.
Is that they were surprisingly really good. Now, our game with them was upsetting because of how close it was.
Disappointing
but,
end.
Yeah, I say. But other than that, it was a heck of a game to watch. And Ole Miss, that football team isn't scrub.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
the quarterback's really good.
Yeah, Matt Corral is a serious quarterback.
Baseball, though, Arkansas, Vanderbilt, Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
Oh, yeah.
Florida's always good.
Did you already say Vanderbilt?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
about those 5.
Yeah.
And then basketball, Arkansas.
Alabama.
Alabama's usually pretty good. Kentucky.
Yeah.
And there's one more that's usually pretty good. I don't remember.
Tennessee's been good, and Florida's been good.
You know who I didn't name one time? Auburn or LSU.
That's because they're average at best.
Everything.
Like, look, Auburn wins games because I think someone's got a wallet open or something because, like, they get a lot of sketchy calls.
They
And not
got-
just against us, you know what I mean?
They occasionally get hit it big with a recruit, like the Herschel Walker years or the years
Sure.
with Cam Newton. They get a great recruit, and that one-time athlete can lead them to
yeah,
greatness.
and it's true because if you do have a Cam Newton, you know,
Not now. Not that Cam Newton.
yeah, right. But you know, whenever you do have a big name that comes out of Auburn and becomes something, you know, like Cam Newton has, it helps recruiting. It helps recruiting. It does. People are like, oh man, that's where Cam Newton went. That's where I want to go. You know, so at least that's the way I see it. Basketball. I was talking about basketball. The Bulls. The Bulls started on a weird losing streak whenever they lost DeMar DeRozan to COVID. I make it sound like that. I don't mean to make it sound like that. He's been sitting out because he was in contact with some. He's been quarantined for some reason.
He's not allowed to have contact with the team.
Well, okay, so he's being released tonight, I believe.
Should be
but the
back.
problem is they canceled last night's game and they canceled tomorrow night's game
Because of other
COVID issues.
Yes.
So they won't be playing the Pistons. Or the Pistons were last night.
Pistons were last night postponed.
Yeah, and then who are they supposed to play tomorrow?
I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, it's okay.
It won't matter by the time.
Yeah, I was
this
about to say
releases.
it doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, especially by the time this thing airs. That those,
Yeah, remember Friday?
yeah, right.
Free
It's
Flow Friday.
yeah, Free Flow Friday, baby. Right now, it's just kind of a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So now that we're done with sports and everything, I want to I'm just going to talk for a minute because I saw a trailer finally today. I've been so excited about it, and I haven't seen any information on when it'll be released, but I am talking about The Matrix Resurrections. I'm super excited about it, okay? Because I really wasn't. I don't know. I was never like a Trekkie. I never really got down with Star Wars. You know, like all the big time science fiction things. Like I liked Aliens.
Comic books?
Man, not even really.
Not immerse yourself in that world.
Yeah, no, I really didn't. You know, so science fiction. It's not that I don't like it. It's just it was never really my thing.
But
Yeah, but then in 1999, I saw a movie called The Matrix. I had Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss and Lawrence Fishburne. That's right, I said Fishburne. Anyway, Lawrence Fishburne, and just awesome movie, man, really was. And they were followed by 2 sequels, making it a trilogy that was fantastic. It was awesome. And then I got told, I don't know, probably about a year and a half ago, someone was like, oh yeah, they're making a Matrix 4. I was like, it's been 20 years since the last one came out. They're like, yeah, they're making another one. And then finally, and I know the trailers have been out there, I just haven't seen them. So finally, I was like, I know it's releasing on HBO Max, so I'm going to look on HBO Max. And boom, they had all the trailers. So I sat and watched them. I'm so excited. Keanu, Carrie-Anne Moss is back. You know, if you remember the original trilogy, you know, at the end of the last one,
spoilers.
spoiler. You know, at the end of the last one, that Neo and Trinity both die. So
It's true.
and the fourth one, for them to be back, you're like,
Rip.
So I think that's kind of probably the name Resurrections, probably what that's about. But I'm
So
excited.
they can bring him back, but I mean, you're also talking about a fictitious world where Neo is the one, and
Right.
he is capable of pretty much anything.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of the storyline. It looks like they're like saying basically did a hard reboot on the whole system.
Yeah, it's interesting, and plus, we just got to seeing Keanu do the John Wick movies here recently.
So we already know he's ready.
and he's so badass. So it's
Yeah.
very believable. However, we are getting some very interesting looks over here from C. Wayne. I think he feels like the Matrix is possibly just millennial garbage.
Yes, nothing possible about it. Yes, I saw like 30 minutes of like the second movie, and I was like, "This is garbage." Transformers. Yep, here we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll watch Shia. And yeah, it's more believable, this little Volkswagen bug that turns into a fighting robot. It's just more believable than the fact that we're all like actually living in a dream world. Yeah, that's just
Controlled
no.
by computers?
Yeah, no, that's not it. I'm like,
Not yet.
you're staring
Not
at your
yet.
phone right now. You're being controlled by a computer.
Not yet. Give Elon 30 more years, Transformers will be real. They have a Transformer actually.
Oh my God,
that
you're right.
transforms.
What? Hold on. Elon's making Transformers?
No, but he said something along those lines a couple years ago. Not a couple years ago, a couple months ago.
I say Elon Musk says a lot of things though.
But he holds
You
up
ever
to
seen
him.
his Twitter? It's bananas.
It is bananas.
I love his Twitter. I
course
scroll
you
through
do.
that while I'm on the toilet for an hour.
You want another funny one to follow? Follow John Cena's Instagram. Has nothing to do with wrestling. It's just random garbage all the time. Makes no sense.
Is it his like legit one or is it like a spam?
No, it's him. He does this, but I don't. They're like jokes, but I don't get the jokes on all of them, and they're
John
just
Cena's
random.
trash.
I mean, if
Yeah.
we're gonna sit here and we're gonna do this, you're correct.
The
John
Rock is
Cena
trash,
is
too.
absolute trash.
I saw a picture that showed Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He's flabby, if you ask me, but he has on like the
God.
color of your hat. How would you explain the color of his hat? Cashmere? I don't know what cashmere
Duck
is.
material is what they call
The
it.
Okay, it's brown. It looks like poop,
Yeah,
but it's a good looking hat.
Carhartt.
It looks good, but it shows like the safari shirts that are kind of like that color.
Sure, yeah,
It
cactus.
shows,
Yes.
it shows the picture of The Rock 4 different times in one of those shirts, and it says this is 4 different movies. The Rock is the same character in every single movie.
He wasn't here when we had that conversation.
We
had the
we
conversation.
covered Red Notice, right?
Yeah, and The Rock is
Jumanji.
just like, it doesn't matter if he's Agent Hobbs on the Fast Saga.
No, it's the same
or-
guy.
He always has on
And
that
I-
safari shirt.
Yeah, well, and I actually just
Rolled
watched
up.
his
It
new.
goes even further. Like
The
if you
Thief
look
movie.
at it, he's in almost every single one of them. He's playing a cop that has some title that is so specific and random to the movie that
Yes.
he's in. But he's also somehow like a doctor, but he's also secretly the bad guy.
Yes, every single
time.
Yeah, you're like,
It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
like Ryan Reynolds, but Ryan Reynolds is better. Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. I agree.
I love Ryan
Like
Reynolds.
if I had a choice, like, hey, you can watch a new movie with The Rock, or you can watch a new movie with Ryan Reynolds. I'd be like, Ryan Reynolds. I'd be like, joke's on you. It's Red Notice. They're both in it. I'd be like,
It was a
now
good
I don't
movie.
want to watch it.
It was still a good movie though.
It was entertaining. Like I like Gal Gadot. I like Ryan Reynolds. But I don't get me wrong. The Rock doesn't ruin the movie. He
He's
really
just the
doesn't.
same in all of
But
them.
exactly, all he is Dwayne Johnson all the time. Hey, you remember the Buford Pusser story? What was that called?
What?
Walking Tall. Walking Tall.
Same guy.
Yeah, he was just The Rock. And then, like, have you ever seen him in the wrestling ring? He's that guy. And then
Jumanji.
Yeah,
He's The
Jumanji.
Rock.
He's that guy. You know,
He's just the bulky dude with the tight safari shirt.
yeah, tight
Every
safari shirt.
time.
Hey, let me tell you something. If I was built like Dwayne Johnson, I'd be wearing a tight safari shirt.
I am
I'm
built
not.
like Dwayne
I'm gonna quote
Johnson.
Theo Vaughn on this. I'm not talking about tight. I'm talking about tight. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. So the Matrix Resurrections. I'm excited.
I'm
for it.
excited for it too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the new Spider-Man movie.
right
but-
here. This picture I'm talking about. Sorry, those are all different movies.
All right, let me see it.
Those are all different. movies.
Rampage and
Yeah.
yeah.
He's always got
guy.
the killer sweat ring. Just that doesn't like I'm like, bro, I don't
It's
weigh
unrealistic.
anywhere close to as much as you do, and like if I step outside in August, I'm drenched, I'm soaked. I don't have
He's
a
got
little
that
sweat
under
ring.
boob sweat in this one he's showing us.
Yeah, I mean, I've got full on kegerator is condensating. You know what I'm saying? Around
Yeah.
my belly.
That's the 4, the original 4. There's 4 movies. He's got the same outfit on, the same exact look in all of them, but they're different. It's amazing.
Yeah.
4 different paychecks, multi-million-dollar
Yeah,
paychecks.
I bet
To
say
sit there and
you
do
want to
the
know
same thing,
what,
the
you want to know what
smolder.
Dwayne Johnson has that we don't?
No hair?
A whole lot of money.
Oh. Not yet.
I mean, yeah. I mean, none of this is going to matter once we're famous singers anyway.
Wait, what?
But we'd have to get the band back together.
You guys won't pass out my mixtape.
Yeah, that's true.
I can rap. I'm just saying.
'Tis the season.
Tis the season. Okay, all right, fine. Tis the season. Jingle bells, boys. Here we go again. So this week for our Christmas themed stuff, we're gonna go with what's your favorite Christmas tradition, BT?
It's watching the garbage movies, like anything that's Christmas themed. Charlie Brown Christmas, just a Christmas episode of a TV series, a Jingle All
Like
the
when you
Way,
say-
Ernest Saves Christmas. Just to me, it's garbage because you can only really watch it during the Christmas season.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
about
Yeah, I got
Christmas
you.
themed.
I got you. That's
But
what I
it's
was.
so good in
But
December.
something about it sucks me in December. I'm in there. I'm right down. I want to see Ernest Save Christmas, even though I'm not a fan of Christmas.
Okay, so let me ask you this: do you like? You said garbage movies, so I'm gonna throw out some garbage movies, like the Hallmark Christmas movies. You dig those?
I can get sucked into those if I'm like in the
They're all
in the
the
mood.
same.
and
If
I'm
you're in the
hanging out.
Christmas
They're
spirit,
all
man.
the
But
same.
you're right. After you watch one, they do kind of feel.
Oh
like
yeah. Would you like for me to explain them to
cut,
you?
copy,
Yeah.
and paste?
All right, so here it is. I'm a woman who's dedicated to my job and never found time for love. I'm the ex-boyfriend who went away in the military and became a war hero. And just for some reason, we're both traveling back to our hometown to meet up with our families for Christmas. Oops, we bumped into each other. This will never work. In fact, we don't even like each other. We keep bumping into each other constantly, getting in each other's way and getting on each other's nerves, but something's starting to happen. Oops, we fell in love, but now it's time to go home. We're not going home unless it's together, and they live happily ever after. Merry Christmas.
12 points in there.
Yeah.
All of them, every movie.
Yeah.
Some of them subject to change. The military
I don't know
part.
what you're
Sure,
complaining
sure.
about. Let's
Yeah,
the rest
right.
of them were
Let's
clean.
start
guys.
it, man. Hit play.
But the rest of them were. The other ones were
Get-
spot
break
on.
out the-
Yeah, thank you.
break out the casting call.
Yeah, I mean,
Bring
look,
out
man.
the black couch.
Get out. Get out. Get
Down
out.
bad. Down bad.
Down bad. Okay, so you can get down on Hallmark movies.
Yeah,
My-
I do.
You and
enjoy-
my dad, bro. You need to hook up and watch Christmas movies together. Do you cry in them?
No.
Oh, he does.
What? It's fake.
Well, he knows that, but like here's the deal. Like I'm probably exposing too much about my dad, but yeah, whatever. He's my dad. He can't like disown me. I'm grown, you know. Anyway,
Warning, Kenny, it's coming.
yeah. So my dad, I will describe my father for any of our listeners who don't actually know me personally or anything like that. My father is about 6'2", roughly 240 to 260 pounds, somewhere in there. Let's call it an even 250. He is a very big man. He's
Not
very
fat.
well,
He's not saying he's like obese or anything. He's
Yeah.
just saying
Okay. Yeah. I'm with that.
He's a. I
I'm
don't know.
gonna say-
Fuller dude. He's a bigger dude.
Yeah.
He's
My,
not-
look,
by
my
no means
dad
he's-
couldn't walk around at 220 pounds. He'd look like he's got.
He's not a twig.
Like he's got a parasite or something. You know what I mean? He's a big man. Anyway, so this giant of a man who has hands the size of tennis rackets will sit down and he'll watch things like, I don't know, just going to pull things out of my hat, like a Hallmark movie.
Okay.
Or just not
Charlotte's
that
Web.
not that I'm trying to be specific or anything. So I'm going to pull something else out. Let's call it like Extreme Makeover Home Edition with Ty Pennington. Okay. So
Completely random.
yeah. You know what
not
I'm
a
saying?
chance.
So you remember that show?
I do.
Oh,
I do.
God.
Where the
My
move the van.
My dad will cry like I'm just talking. Like he gets so moved by things, and like
He's got moves.
But here's the deal: like if something's sad, he doesn't like it. Get over it. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
if something is,
time.
but if something is like joyous and happy, like oh, it just moves him and he cries.
Yeah.
And I'm just I love it about him.
That's
I
a
think
good
it's
show.
I think
That's
it's
good.
awesome.
That's good though. But I mean, that shows he has a good heart. I mean, I
Yeah.
get it. I could probably, if I sat and really got myself into the moment, like when an athlete breaks a record or something, I could probably get a little sappy too. But I don't know. When I'm watching a Hallmark Christmas movie, no. It doesn't. But at the same time, I'm like rooting. I'm like, come on, let's see how this plays
so
out. Come
predictable.
on,
You
save
know
Christmas.
how it plays
Hey,
out.
Fall in love. Do whatever you're supposed to do.
Or
Yeah.
the other ex comes back. That's the other one.
Hey, let me
Plot
let me
twist.
stick a pin in this real quick. Hey, don't let me forget what you just said about an athlete breaking a record. I want to talk about that after we're done with this. Okay, so pin has been left. We're good. Okay, so yeah. I mean, I think I need to set it up, man. You and my dad need to sit and watch Hallmark movies together. See if you can start feeling what he feels. You know, Brandon just being there in my parents' house crying. I'll be like, why? What did you do? I was joking. Why are you in my parents' house?
Yeah, you show up. It's like a random Tuesday evening, and I'm hanging out. And we bought a box of tissues. We both look like we've been crying. It's like, don't worry about it.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
He's got a belly flopper going.
Yeah, belly.
You need to call your dad more.
Yeah, I'm like, I talk to my dad every day. Call him more. All right. What about you, C. Wayne? What's your favorite Christmas tradition? Or do you have one?
I mean, I don't know if I really have one yet. Cause again, I just do whatever my family's doing. Because some years we go visit my my dad's side of the family on Christmas Eve
Sure.
or Christmas Day. Sometimes with my mom. Sometimes just wake up and turn on SpongeBob, open gifts, or watch people open gifts and just chill, do homework. Because I'm still a broke college kid.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, so you never really had like anything that was always like a thing that you did every year.
I mean, when we open, we do Christmas at my mom's house. Then we always go to her parents, my grandparents, at like 11 or 12 for lunch and do a big family thing
Yeah, all right.
for the past 21 years. So yeah, every year.
All right, fair enough. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you mine. And I was telling Brandon a little bit about it earlier. So when I was a little kid, Christmas Eve, we always went to my dad's side of the family. All right, so I went to my Granny Jewel's house, who was my great grandmother, and all of her kids and their kids and their kids' kids, everyone would be there, right? And this is not a big house, okay? This is not a big house, but we're all crammed in there. Like the walls are starting to bulge on the sides. You know, there's too many people. But my Uncle Chalk, yeah, Chalk. That's right. Like what you, I don't know. Yeah, his name is Perry Wayne, but everyone called him Chalk. Anyway, so my Uncle Chalk, he would take all the kids, like me and all my cousins and stuff, outside when we were little, you know, and we'd go out in the front yard, and he'd be like, "All right, we got to find Rudolph," and so we'd all be looking up at the sky and stuff. And you know, here's the deal. Even as an adult, if you look up at the sky long enough, you'll find a red light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'll find it. There's a plane, there's a helicopter, there's something up there. You'll find it, right? But as a kid, I don't even know if we ever saw anything. We just thought we did, and we were so happy about it, you know? So,
Yeah.
And that was one that, you know, my daughter is finally kind of to the age where she really digs Christmas, you know?
Yeah, my son's right there too. He loves it. I believe he got to see Santa at school today, so it's
Sweet.
big day.
Yeah, man. So that's something I'm gonna start with my daughter this year on Christmas Eve. We're gonna go out and look for Rudolph until we find something, and then you know we'll find Rudolph. And
You know, I might invite my son to do the same thing. I think he'd
Yeah,
love
man.
to.
yeah, I mean, and it's something that's gonna take you 10 minutes, but it's something that kid will always love. I mean, I was that kid, man, and I'm in my 30s now with kids of my own, and that's something that's a memory I hold very, very
Do you
dear.
remember the anticipation when you were a kid of trying
yeah.
to fall asleep on Christmas Eve,
Oh my goodness, it was impossible.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
knowing that there's something underneath a tree with your name on it?
Oh yeah, man, it was great.
It was impossible to fall asleep. I just sneak back in there and just look at it. Look at the tree and the gifts, just stare at them. I'm getting you tomorrow. You're done for.
You wait till tomorrow.
Your ass is mine.
Yeah. So, yeah, my daughter's pretty geeked up right now anyway because I got her a puppy today.
Oh wow.
I got her.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I had a puppy. It got stolen. Not stolen, but she took it.
Oh,
Oh.
I loved him. His name was Toby,
Toby. What kind of dog was it?
a miniature schnauzer.
Oh man,
$600.
600 doesn't sound too bad. So I went and bought what is called a Newfie Doodle.
It's a small horse, dude.
Yeah. So are you familiar with the dog in Newfoundland?
No, is it big?
Yeah. It's a Canadian dog.
It's like a Great
and-
Dane looking dog,
No, it looks like a bear.
like a Saint Bernard,
Yeah, real similar to the Saint Bernard.
like a Mastiff. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is a Newfie Doodle. What he just showed you is a Newfie
It's like a
Doodle.
golden doodle.
Yeah, it's just bigger. Yeah, man. So we went and got her today, and they're just like she's 8 weeks old, so she's only 2 months old. She already weighs like 15 pounds.
She's supposed to be a big dog.
Yeah, she's gonna be real big. Like her paws are massive, dude.
Oh yeah, I love seeing baby dog. That's a big dog.
Yep.
My favorite's got to be like border collies or Australian shepherds. They're really close. They look almost the exact same. I love those dogs so much. They're so
man.
pretty.
Yeah, man. But so went and got Harley one of her Christmas gifts this year. So we have a Newfie Doodle named Delilah. Yeah.
What color is it?
Black and white.
Not that color matters. I just curious.
They call her a party color.
I don't see colors.
I'm like, okay, well, I legitimately have a hard time seeing colors.
Yeah, I
so-
technically have a deficiency.
Yeah, so thanks for bringing it up, Ed. I'm triggered. Sorry.
You're done. You're done.
You're off.
You are
the
canceled.
project.
Middle of Starbucks. You're done. Get
Yeah,
out.
you're fired.
Oh my goodness! It looks like
Yeah,
Chewbacca.
man. Yeah, they keep looking at pictures of my dog. So
If
or
he doesn't,
dogs like mine.
trim its hair, that's what it has. It could look like a little Chewbacca.
Yeah, mine will just be a party color. It's black and white, two-tone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, slick, man. Sweet dog, though, so it's cool. My daughter's, like, geeked up, so.
Wait, y'all have it already? Right?
Yeah,
When'd
we
y'all
went and
get
picked it up today.
Oh, today. So
Yeah,
it's
bro, I
fresh.
left this morning at dropped my kid off at school at 7:30, went to Jonesboro, picked up this dog, and then came all the way
So
back.
you didn't work today. That's what I'm hearing.
No, I did not work today. Believe me,
blame
I
you.
needed to work today, and I didn't work today. So I was like, well, it is what it is. Of course, I mean,
Was she excited?
oh yeah, man, man. As soon as she got in the car and she saw it, man, like
I was in the car.
yeah, she freaked out. Oh yeah, I didn't even have time to take the dog home. I had to drive straight to her school and pick her
Jonesboro's
up.
far, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's an 8-hour day, man, in a car. That sucked, but whatever, it was worth it. And I'm here with you guys now, so it's all good. So we've talked about our Christmas traditions. If you're hearing this, let us know yours. Let us know your favorite Christmas tradition. I want to know about it. It'd be dope. Let us in on your family. We just let you in on ours. Don't be stingy,
Yeah.
or I will find you. And I'm kidding. Anyway,
Calm down, Hoot.
Yeah.
Calm down, Hoot. We
I
don't need
just-
another restraining order.
I just get so emotional, man.
yeah, some of our
Band
listeners already got me a gift. It was a restraining order. Like what?
Hoot, that was a Jehovah's Witness, and you know it.
He was a skinwalker. You stare me in the eyes.
Skinwalker.
When the skinwalker disguised as a
Oh my
Jehovah's Witness
God.
walks to your
Oh my
front door.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, no.
I see a bunch of those on TikTok. Like,
What are we
when
doing?
You're in a
Oh, yes, the pin. Allow me to pull the pin, and let's talk about Steph, man. Steph, oh, don't do that. Steph Curry is
soft. He is soft.
He's a legend.
He really is, whether you like it or not. That dude is a legend.
I thought Ray Allen was a legend, so I thought Reggie
Yeah.
Miller was a legend before
Yeah.
that. So you're not going to change my mind on that.
No, I mean, so he's busted open the 3-point record
With ease.
with ease, yeah. And he, that's
Still
the thing
young,
about
still so
Steph,
young.
man. He's got if he keeps performing, he's still got a long career ahead of him.
Yeah, but is his eyesight going to fade? Is his shot going to get worse? Who knows?
Who knows? Hey, he's got enough money; he can get LASIK.
He might
when
break
he's-
his neck next game and be done for his life. I hope that
Okay.
doesn't happen.
For
You
real,
can say
like,
that about anybody.
That's true. You
but
can't.
he
say that.
could be done shooting threes altogether.
That's true. It could be a poor injury away from something like that.
You know what?
But
he's in history already.
he's already in history, and he just broke a record that had not been a record for all that long.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's completely changed the way the basketball's played. Is kind of something that's revolutionary.
Yeah.
Because now the days of the Michael Jordan driving to the basket,
Right.
or the days of the big man dominating in the middle,
The days of Kobe.
yeah, they're fading fast.
They are. It's going to a sharpshooter's game.
It is. Even the big men are.
Yeah, I
are
would say.
shooting.
I mean, you got 7-foot snipers all over the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thon Maker, the Lopez twins, Jack and threes, Anthony Davis.
Lowry Markkinen,
Yeah, Anthony Davis does
Anthony
it.
Davis. Yeah. Porzingis.
bunch of us.
Kristaps Porzingis. Vooch. Yeah, Vooch is another one.
Jokic.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Nikola Jokic. Yeah, dude.
Porzingis.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you got to be able to be versatile to be able to play. in
but for the
today's
record,
NBA.
all them Slovenians, man, they can shoot, bro.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's new. That's brand new to the game
I
because
said
that
that. I
wasn't
don't
there
know if
20 years
Kristaps
ago.
is.
That's not how they played. Remember
Right, yeah.
You had a specialty player like a Steve Kerr that you throw a ball,
Yeah.
accident, throw the ball out to
A
shoot
3-point
three.
specialist. That's what you had.
Yeah, you had 30 years ago.
Yeah,
You had
old white guy.
Yeah, you had the
Larry
John
Bird.
You had the John Paxtons, the Larry Birds, the Tony Kukoc. Well, no, not really Tony, but Steve Kerr. You know, you had those guys that were your designated
It's like
3-point
you're not
shooters.
fast or athletic.
Jeff Hornacek.
Stand there.
Yeah.
You're not fast or athletic. Stand there, look pretty, and throw that
And
thing
just,
up.
hey, just shoot your shot, baby.
Yeah, they
But
have
now
to be wide
everyone,
open.
You know, like,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Skin
look
color doesn't matter now.
Look
Anybody
at
can
Dame,
shoot
dude.
threes.
Look at Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
Oh,
That dude can
my
step
Range
across
all
half
day.
court. Yeah,
I
he
hate
has
him.
limitless range.
He's great, but I don't.
I would say
like him.
I'm not a big Damian Lillard fan.
I don't like what he's been pulling lately with this pay me or trade me. I don't like that.
yeah,
I mean,
would
work for
too.
Kobe, but Dame's not Kobe.
Right. Yeah,
And
for
his
real.
wasn't even pay me. His was just trade me because we're not doing anything here in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
And then they brought in Gasol, and it was game over for them.
yeah, for real. But yeah, I mean, but that's my thing is like the 3-point shooting is like kind of what you and I were talking about earlier. Is it ruining the game?
Yeah.
Okay, see, but there's the difference between us though, because you were a small forward, or excuse me, you were a shooting guard. I was a small forward. Okay, I was very good at moving to the basket without the ball, and I was very good at shooting 3-pointers.
You were always looking for your open shot.
That's right. Where you're more of a ball handler than I am.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can make. You really could.
I got a soft touch. That's what Coach always said.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
What is happening right
Roll
now?
Tide.
Oh my God. I was gonna say, knuckle him up, man. My gosh, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, we had the reason you and I play so well together when we do play against folks is because we play 2 different games.
Yeah, I only jack up a 3 if I'm feeling it. You're hyping me up.
Yeah,
Other than
which
that,
I'm usually like, shoot it.
See,
Other than
therein
I'm
lies the
passing.
difference, though, in the play style. But
Yeah.
that style where you're looking for a jack up a 3, because you're looking to get down court and shoot within like 7 seconds.
I am
because
John
then
Paxton.
you're playing for the rebound, or you're playing for the next possession where you jack up another 3. 'Cause
Yeah,
the more threes,
No, I would say
not
now,
quality shots.
I agree with that, but you have to think this year in the NBA has been different. Like, okay, for the past probably 5 or 6 years, you've had exactly what you're talking about. Run down, jack up the first 3 you can. Don't really fight to get a rebound. Just run back, play some kind of thing that you're calling defense.
Until the other team misses.
Until the other team misses their 3-pointer. And that got super boring. But, like, what I've noticed this year especially, dudes are playing hungry. I mean,
Because of after COVID, they didn't have a full season.
yeah.
That is true.
the
Last
bubble.
season was really, really weak.
It was, and I think everyone felt
People
that. and I think-
literally were playing in a bubble.
yeah. Well, but that's the whole thing, though. Fans didn't like it either. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was soft.
It was, man. And so this year, with the fans back, I think even the players are like, okay, we need to give them a show. You know what I mean? Like, if not, it's just going to keep fading. But the NBA has been bouncing back. It seems like
It's
this year.
one of the more enjoyable leagues to watch, honestly.
It really is. It really. I
You
have
can
not.
pick up a random game and have a great time.
Yeah, I haven't been a NBA actual watching NBA in several years because it's just boring. But man, I decided I was like, well, last year really in the bubble, I was like, well, I'll watch it, see what's up, and I was like, it's
Yeah, you're rooting against LeBum, right?
yeah, I really. I didn't even care. I was like, Luka, and then they got beat, and I was like, well, all right then.
But Giannis, he came through for you.
Yeah, man.
My man,
Well,
I've
actually,
been riding that train since he got drafted.
It wasn't last year. It was a year before. It was
Year
2020 that I was talking about.
Oh,
I
the
started,
bubble season.
Yeah.
The
No.
one
When I
the
started
Lakers
watching,
won.
yeah, exactly.
And they beat Giannis and the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
No, Miami.
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 Miami, yeah,
No.
clapped
But
the Bucks.
last year is when I started watching it again and was thinking, let's see. And I really started enjoying it. And honestly, I watched more Milwaukee games than I did Chicago last year.
I like Milwaukee.
Milwaukee was a fun team to watch last year. Not as fun this year. They are not very good. And
The
they.
Suns are good still.
Well,
Chris
the
Paul.
whole thing is with the Bucks is like they didn't lose anyone.
No.
They still have the same
They
championship
do
team.
this every year though. They
And
kind
they're
of
just
suck
not
until the
great.
end.
Yeah, and maybe that's
Just
what's
hang
going to
in
happen.
there. It's about the long game.
Yeah, maybe so. I hope the Bulls can turn it around, though.
Or did they drop from like the first to the worst or something? Not the
No,
worst. But they
No, it's
dropped.
just there's a lot of middle of the pack, and then there's the ones that are running away with everything else.
Yeah, and the Bulls are like with DeMar DeRozan out with the COVID thing. We lost some games, and then we come into this week going to have DeRozan back, and they postponed both of the games this week because of
Didn't Levine
COVID.
Don't they have a
injured?
bunch of people out?
Do what?
Didn't Levine get injured too? Briefly.
Yes, but
During
he was
the-
out. He was out for a game.
Yeah, during the skid, they
Yeah.
also lost him for a game.
Yeah. I
Don't
say
they have a bunch
he's
of
already
people
back.
out with COVID?
Yes, but the only real difference maker is DeMar.
Yeah.
So, at least that's the last time I checked. That was really the only like big time player. But anyway, but yeah, man, Steph. I'm gonna get back on that. Steph Curry shattered the 3-point record, and I think he's just
Got
gonna
more to
keep
go.
going.
He's going to put it up there where it's going to be hard to.
Yeah, and
catch.
it's still super early in the season. So, I mean, he's going to be stacking them up. I mean, that dude is, hate him or love him, that dude's impressive.
They're running away with the West right now. They're just dominating fools.
I have to
The
be
Suns
honest with
are.
you, though. I'm happy to see Golden State not just
The Suns are
completely-
right there. He's not wrong. The Suns
No,
are right
and
there,
Chris
too.
Paul.
Chris Paul is the maker of teams. He'll go from he'll join the worst team and make it a playoff bound team.
I'll tell you this, and this will probably make you semi-happy. All right. Unless they go up against the Bulls in the finals. We'll say that
You're not
could
the
happen.
Rain Man.
Yeah, right. So, but I think the Suns go to the finals again this year. And if they go, and like I said, unless somehow they end up against Chicago, which that's unlikely.
No, not at the rate that they're going.
Yeah,
They're-
it's not
They've
likely.
kind of lost that mojo that they had
Yeah.
going, and the Caruso show's kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, he seems like he's letting up a little bit, which I don't like that, but we'll talk about that another time. But anyway, all I'm saying though is I think the Suns will be there, and I'm going to root for them and say Chris Paul
I
needs
think
to.
it's the Jazz.
Really? Yeah. Are you being serious right now?
Yes. They're
He
always
just checks stats, of course. He never jokes about
Yeah.
I was trying to see who's good and who's mean him. And Jazz, middle of the road team every year, but they always make the playoffs.
But who's your prediction out of the East besides the Bucks?
Grizzlies.
Really?
They're pretty good.
Jai Morant's
They're young. They're
Yeah,
He's the
young.
man.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm
They're really young.
not saying that's a bad pick. I think that's
I
good.
thought he'd go with the Hawks.
I did too. I was actually going to say Trae Young and the Hawks.
Trey's not mature enough yet.
I can agree with that.
He's still
I-
very young.
Yeah, I say I definitely agree.
No
What is
pun
he? 20
intended.
years old now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's another one. He's got a long road ahead of him, and I don't mean that in a hard way. I mean like it's good. I think he'll have a long career.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
He needs to shave his head though.
Which ball is it that plays out in Charlotte that had to sit
LaMelo.
down because he tried to self-assist?
LaMelo.
He had to self-assist a dunk and missed it, so his coach set him on the bench.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's Lonzo's younger brother LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off the backboard, no good.
Yeah, I'm like, you ain't Kobe, bro. You can't do that. Get out of here with that.
And Kobe barely got away with it because
Yeah.
he made it.
Yeah. Okay, so let everyone know what's going on over the next couple weeks. Next week, we will be recording and we will give you a Christmas episode on Christmas Eve. It'll be just like every episode, just more Christmassy. And we will also be bidding a fond farewell to C. Wizzle. He'll
The
be
traveling welding accountant.
yes, the pencil pusher laying fat beads out on the job site.
Yeah. Oh my.
But anyway, he'll be leaving the first week of January, so we will not have him.
That's of right now. It could be sooner. It could be later in the next couple of weeks. I won't know really
This
until
could be the farewell.
Yeah, this might be it too. You know what? We'll see what happens.
Whatever.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey, thank you for sticking with us as you always do. Find us on the socials, like us, follow us, all that good stuff. Find us on Apple, Spotify, Google, wherever you listen to podcasts. Download it, share it, tell everyone about it. And I mean, like, get aggressive and tell people about it. Get in the face. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Anyway, man, we love you guys. We thank you guys. From all of us here at the Hoot Hobbs Show, from C. Wayne, from BT, and of course myself, Hoot Hobbs, we bid you good night.